I guess I want to show you guys at least this trick. So if we want to find our zeros, we want to write them all as factors, right? So again, if you get stuck, which I saw a lot of you guys get stuck on your quiz, remember, guys, don't add 1/2. Multiply by 2 and then add 1. 2x plus 1 equals 0. OK? That's your new factor. That's the factor. Multiply by 2, added 1. Over here, a lot of students get really confused. So x equals 3 minus I. Well, guys, how do you solve this? How do you get this set equals 0? Subtract a 3. X minus 3 equals negative I. Add the I. X minus 3 plus I equals 0. That's your other factor. So do you guys kind of see how I can quickly do this next one? X minus 3 minus I equals 0. Right? I don't like, it's kind of the same thing over and over and over and over again. So, right? You're just subtracting the 3, subtracting the I, basically. So my list of factors are now 2x plus 1 times x minus 3 plus I times x minus 3 minus I. Oh, God, I hated those trinomials, right? So I will show you guys I'll show you guys the box method again for those of you that struggled with the test. But I also want to give you guys one more idea that some of you may want to use, some of you may not. If I group these, if I group the first two terms, do you guys notice how what's inside? Just group them. I'm just saying, hey, I'm going to include grouping symbols. I'm going to group these two before I group the other two. If I group those, do you guys notice how now what I've done is I've created difference of two squares? X minus 3 and x minus 3 are the same. I and I are the same. Again, alternating signs. So the product of this could look like y equals 2x plus 1 times x minus 3 squared minus I squared. Right? You just multiply the first two terms. So x minus 3 times x minus 3 is x minus 3 squared. I times negative I is I squared. Again, you can always go back and use the trinomial method. This is just a shortcut for those of you that want to try it. Then 2x plus 1, I can multiply this, which is the binomial squared, x squared minus, which we already did, right? X squared plus 9. And then I squared is negative 1 minus the negative 1 is positive 1. OK? So in reality, this is really plus 10. And then all we have to do now, guys, is multiply a binomial times a trinomial. So my final answer is 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 14x plus 10. And if you guys want to do the box method with that, you guys would see I don't have time to go over the box method. Actually, I do. I'll do the box method on my own. You guys don't need to write it down unless you want to. But remember, guys, if you had to multiply this out, what I showed you on the quiz to do is do it this way. And if you want to do this way, that's perfectly fine. Nobody's telling you how to do it. Whatever makes sense to you. The only important thing I want you guys to understand is, again, when you use the box method, those add to 0, those add to 0. X squared minus 6x. Negative I squared is positive 1 plus 10. Get the exact same answer. So you can say that, say a shortcut, and you can say it makes no sense to me. Doesn't really matter. Pick one.